at this point, after the Chiefs are going to their second straight Super Bowl and they won one last year, they might two-peat this season. Are we taking the Kansas City Chiefs for granted right now? Because I feel like they've been great for 3 years now. Even before then, with Alex Smith, they were always trending upwards, and they were always a really good to great team. And I feel like we're kind of taking this run for granted, especially with Patrick Mahomes. We haven't even talked about them much on this podcast because talking about how great they are is redundant. And what else can you say about the Chiefs besides that they're great? So do you think that we're starting to take them for granted?
I just think people are like using this run to remind us of the Golden State run, with Steph Curry and then adding on KD. I think this is kind of like that in the sense where they're just dominating the league in the span of 3 seasons. I mean, 2 Super Bowl runs in back-to-back years. We haven't seen that since Tom Brady. And I think this team right now, we should definitely be sitting here and being appreciative of what they're doing because it's not going to happen a lot. Like we said, we've only seen it with Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes is a once-in-a-generation talent. He's special, so we're not going to see this. And we've seen this team with Alex Smith. They were a good team. They were going to make the playoffs. They were going to put up a fight, but they weren't a Super Bowl team. So I think this is a team that we should definitely be admiring. Because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about how Mahomes wouldn't be nothing without his weapons. And
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Oh, he said Deshaun Watson would. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that
they
ridiculous.
just like they're taking this team for granted, and I don't like that. I think we should just be appreciative of what they're doing and respect the fact that they've been this great for this long. Because a lot of teams flop after 1 year. You look at my Eagles. We haven't been to the Super Bowl. We haven't even been that close. You look at the Falcons. They flopped after that Super Bowl run. So it's hard to maintain that type of success.
Yeah. How many teams sell out for a championship run or a stretch of years of a championship run and then just burn out? And maybe the Chiefs do become that, but I do not see that happening anytime soon because you look at what they've built, like that roster is stacked. And I said it during the MVP conversation when we were talking earlier in the year. It feels like Patrick Mahomes has voter fatigue already, and he's only really been doing this for 2 years now. And people are just kind of writing it off as, oh, it's just Patrick Mahomes doing what Patrick Mahomes does. So it's kind of crazy. Like, they have not been – it's only been 3 years of them being really great, and we're already starting to get into that conversation of, oh, well, it's the Chiefs doing what the Chiefs do. And you look at if they win this championship this season, Patrick Mahomes will have won 2 rings before Tom Brady even got his first. Obviously, you never know how the future is going to play out, how they deal with their money situation. But
wait, what do you mean 2 rings before?
He will be younger when he gets his second championship ring than Tom Brady was when he got his first championship
no disrespect,
ring.
Joel.
No, it's not meant as disrespect, but I'm just saying.
No, I was trying to just see how it made sense because Brady won his first ring his second year in the NFL.
I'm talking age-wise. I'm talking age-wise. So just speaking age, like he will have 2 rings before the age that Tom Brady won his first. You're talking GOAT debate. Like, you got to start to think the kind of career path that Patrick Mahomes is on here. I don't want to, get too far ahead of myself, but we are seriously watching an incredible run that will be remembered for a long, long time.
Look, everybody knows I love Tom Brady, and I think he's the most accomplished quarterback ever. He is the GOAT. But I said it. I said this on Twitter last season before they even won the Super Bowl. I said Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback that I've ever seen.
No, you said he was the most talented.
No, I said he's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen. Yes. And a lot of people push back, Peyton Manning, all this, all that. When I'm talking about the greatest quarterback I've ever seen, I'm talking about the best guy I've seen play the position. I'm not, don't come at me with MVPs, accolades, Pro Bowls, nothing. The guy with my eyes that I've seen is the best is Patrick Mahomes. And this season, no quarterback comes close. In the league right now, as great as Josh Allen is, he's not Mahomes. Deshaun Watson is not Mahomes. People when Stephen A. Smith said that comment about Mahomes having a bunch of weapons, that's true. He has a lot of weapons. But the comment itself is wrong because last year, weren't the Chiefs down 24-0 on the Texans? Mm-hmm. And who orchestrated a comeback? Mahomes, who made a great pass in the Super Bowl. When the Chiefs looked like they were going to lose, it was like third and long. And he made a pass to Tyreek Hill. They completed it. Like, he has done remarkable things in just a short span of time. And yes, his weapons are great, but that doesn't diminish what Patrick Mahomes does on the field versus the Titans in the playoffs last year, who broke a bunch of tackles to get into the end zone and showed his toughness. It was Patrick Mahomes. It's not like he's sitting back throwing screens and throwing bubble screens or screen passes or short RPO passes.
Who are you subbing?
And letting his receivers do all the work. I'm just saying that the Patrick Mahomes disrespect because he has a ton of weapons is pretty dumb to me. 2018, the first year as a starter, they went 12-4. The Chiefs did, and they lost in the AFC Championship to the Pats. They were one play away from winning that game. D Ford went offsides. In that year, Mahomes threw 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. His first year as a starter. 2019, they went 12-4 again. They won the Super Bowl against the 49ers. And this year, they went 14-2, and they might win their second Super Bowl in a row. And this is the first Super Bowl ever where the two quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl the 2 years prior are facing each other. In 2018, it was Brady. In 2019, it was Mahomes. In 2020, it's Brady versus Mahomes. So I think that's pretty cool. Since entering the league, Mahomes has thrown 114 touchdowns to 24 interceptions, 108.7 quarterback rating. And in the playoffs, he has thrown 17 touchdowns and 2 interceptions and is 6-1. And he has the highest passing grade since 2018. His greatness is getting taken for granted. And I know I've been rambling about Mahomes, but also I want to give a lot of credit to Andy Reid. Yeah. Because without him, this wouldn't be possible because he's an offensive mastermind. And, I think
Andy Reid.
We are taking them for granted because nobody talks about them week by week. I'm, subbing us too because we barely talk about them. But nobody really talks about the Chiefs much because what else can you say besides that they're great?
Yeah, and Andy Reid kind of gotten written off after Philadelphia, if I remember correctly. He was kind of thrown to the scrap heap, and people consider him a failure because he didn't have that much success in the playoffs. But look at what he's done with the Chiefs. And you talk about Mahomes. I picked against the Chiefs this past weekend because I saw Patrick Mahomes struggle to get off the field 7 days before having to play in the AFC Championship. And he came out after not even practicing all week and looked like nothing ever happened. I texted you guys during the game, and I believe I said something along the lines of, he has to be made in a lab. He's not from this planet. It's unbelievable the things he does, and he just makes it look so easy. He had that shovel touchdown pass to Travis Kelce, which he's done that at least 15 times over the past 2 years, and it's like watching somebody play backyard football. The way he makes it look so easy, makes it look like he's having so much fun with it. He's never under pressure. He's never in doubt of his ability. He's an incredible leader. You saw the clip of him going up to Mecole Hardman on the sideline after his big fumble on the punt and telling him, "You're going to make a play. This game's far from over. You're going to make a big play." And Mecole Hardman makes 2 huge plays. He's the whole package. He's a great leader. He's tough. He's always calm, and he has the situation under control. He's physically gifted like no quarterback we've ever seen. Okay, running the ball, throwing the ball. Like, there is nothing he doesn't do, and we need to start appreciating that more. Give him his roses while he's still here rather than waiting for him to be gone and saying, I wish we would have appreciated it more when we were watching it.
I think it's just crazy because it was at one point where if Alex Smith didn't get hurt, we wouldn't have seen Mahomes. Like, he'd have been waiting on that bench, still waiting to see. Like,
wait, what are you talking about?
When Alex Smith got hurt.
Alex Smith didn't get hurt with KC.
So how did Mahomes start playing after somebody got hurt?
Nah, they're talking about 49ers when Alex Smith got hurt. We saw Kaepernick.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, Alex Smith got traded the year after he had an MVP like season.
He got traded. Okay, yeah.
I mean, they traded him because Mahomes was going crazy in training camp. They knew what they had in him already. And when you say he's a whole package, I'd go and say he's a whole packet. All pun intended towards him and his affiliation with Heinz Ketchup. I love ketchup. So he's the whole packet. I think, yes, I know certainly for sure I'm appreciating Patrick Mahomes.
You got to send that into Heinz because that is a whole ad campaign right there that you just gave away for free.
I'd say that I'm appreciating Patrick Mahomes. If it wasn't for last year, I rooted for them. And this year, if it wasn't for the Bucs and my love for Brady and what they're doing this year, because for everybody watching, like, I've been picking the Bucs to win the Super Bowl in August.
Yeah.
Like really before in August.
Before AB.
I might have been picking them in June. I mean, I picked them when they didn't get Tom Brady. I picked them to make the playoffs. Once they got Tom Brady, I said they're winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I've been on that bandwagon.
You have to pick the Bucks
for forever, so I'm gonna go with them.
He definitely was one of the few that said it earlier.
But if it wasn't for that, then I'd be rooting for Kansas City to win the Super Bowl and Patrick Mahomes to win the second ring. Like, no doubt about it. And if the Chiefs lose or win, I'm gonna be happy with the result. If they win, I'll be happy because I love Patrick Mahomes. He's one of my favorite players. You know, money's.
I see what you're doing.
Money's a little.
Okay.
You know, we're college students, so money's a little tight right now. So I could only buy one jersey. I decided to go with Tom Brady, but if I had the money to buy another jersey, it would have been Patrick Mahomes with the Super Bowl patch.
Yeah, I even looking back, like the reasoning for me picking the Bills last week was very sound. I didn't know what he was going to be health-wise, and I'm still, in hindsight, ashamed of myself for picking against the Chiefs because all season long in the power rankings, I had the Chiefs at 1. I did not waver on it. I said, since they won the Super Bowl last year, I don't care how they look this year, like how many games they lose, when they lost, I said it doesn't matter. They are still the most dominant team in the league. They have been all season, and I don't know. I just don't see how they're going to fall off. It's going to be tough money-wise.
It's going to
start.
Space up.
It's going to start to get tough with that Mahomes contract.
But for me, I mean, look, this is two things that I have to take away from what you just said. One is that whenever Jack picks a team to win or lose, just get ready for that team to lose.
No, I am the jinx. I am the jinx in the playoffs here.
But also what I'm going to say is this. I picked the Bills because I saw the four falls of Buffalo, and I wanted them to have a moment. That, and I also thought that if the Bucks face the Bills in the Super Bowl, I'll pick the Bucks in that easy. With the Chiefs, I was like, damn. Like, the Chiefs probably going to win that one.
So you're telling me you based all your answers off the Bucks?
Now, I based my answer in picking the Bills off of me wanting to see kind of like a storybook type of tale being told. And because I think the Bills would have been a much easier matchup for the Bucks if they were to face them.
Interesting.
Well, my regular season picks were really not that bad. I'd had to go back and find the actual record, but the regular season I was not terrible. My playoff picks have just I feel like I'm a jinx. I feel like I'm a jinx. And like the losses aren't even bad losses. It's just like every team that I pick just collapses right at the end.
I think in the playoffs I only had one upset. I picked the Rams.
I think I'm the jinx. So maybe I should pick against the Chiefs.
And every week I think wild card weekend I went 4-2. Divisional round I went 3-1, and this championship round I went 1-1. So I picked the Bills.
I think I did something like that. I don't know. I don't remember.
So I was.
I know we all picked the Browns. No, we all picked the Steelers to beat the Browns. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And we flopped miserably on that one.